Welcome to this safety information program of the Doel Nuclear Plant. It offers an overview of our site fundamentals, the regulations that you as a contractor must know and apply in order to work safely and responsibly. When you arrive at the nuclear power plant, follow the signs to the car parks. If you need to bring materials or vehicles inside, follow the procedure that will be communicated to you at the reception. You proceed to the first floor of the entrance building to complete the required formalities. You will also need to take a test on what you learn in this program. If you pass, you'll receive your access badge. Your workday starts here, at the ground floor of the entrance building. You closely follow the security instructions. Devices that allow you to take pictures or videos are not allowed. You leave them behind in your car or in one of these lockers. Your badge now provides access to the site. The whole site breeds a strong safety culture, but it can only remain intact and effective if you too are unconditionally committed to it. Just like your colleagues, you take full personal responsibility for nuclear safety. There's no room for complacency or indifference. You must continuously challenge whether existing circumstances or work conditions are safe and effective. This way, you can identify risks that could otherwise result in errors or wrong actions. A safe work environment also relies on mutual respect and trust. That too is expected from you. Should you notice a problem that could adversely affect safety, ensure that it's quickly identified, thoroughly evaluated, and immediately addressed and corrected. Everyone should feel free to raise safety concerns or doubts in an open culture. Everywhere on the site, you must always wear your badge visibly on your clothing. The badge is strictly personal. You never lend it to someone else, and you never share your code. Some information is sensitive and requires a clean desk attitude. You never leave this kind of information unattended on your desk or on a printer. You respect the confidentiality levels indicated on the documents. You only use approved electronic devices. This applies to PCs, laptops and tablets, but also to external disks or USB sticks and software. Don't leave your PC unattended unless you log off first. Even in the safest environments, risks can never be totally excluded. Therefore, it's crucial to remember this telephone number, 4444. It's your direct line into the control room to notify of risks or emergency situations which can lead to the activation of the emergency plan, if necessary. When you discover a fire, smoke or flooding, call 4444. When you notice a spill or a leaking hazardous product, call 4444. Do you notice a suspicious situation or a breach in nuclear security? Call 4444. Do you witness an accident with one or more casualties? Call 4444. Note that the medical service is located on the second floor of the entrance building. This is where you go for any major or minor treatment when you get injured or don't feel well. Pay attention to emergency exits and fire doors. They should always remain unobstructed. In case of an emergency, you could hear one of the emergency signals. There's a network of alarm horns and loudspeakers. You'll find the different signals on the back of your badge. We will briefly go over these signals. In your daily work, there are risks that can be eliminated by applying a number of basic rules. We call them the life-saving rules. Never walk under a load, and never remain under a load. When feasible, the area must be fenced off so that no one can move into the risk zone. Keep your distance from the trajectory of a moving vehicle or machine. When working at height where collective protection is not possible, always wear your safety harness, with a suitable lifeline attached to the highest possible anchor point. Only enter a trench if appropriate wall supports are in place to keep you from getting buried. Before entering a confined space, check whether continuous monitoring of the atmosphere is provided during the whole intervention, and supervision is always required. Before starting hot work like welding or grinding, verify that there is no risk of fire or explosion, and take the appropriate measures if needed. Before starting work, make sure that all forms of energy are removed: mechanical, chemical or electrical energy, pressurized fluids, and so on. Do not use your phone or other communication device when driving. Never drive or work under the influence of alcohol, drugs, or other narcotics. Always wear the correct personal protection. The requirements are indicated near the entrance of rooms and/or on the work permit. In technical areas and construction sites, it's mandatory to always wear safety shoes, a safety helmet, and safety glasses. In demarcated areas, always respect the signs and instructions on the information panel. Some installations can still contain asbestos. This will be indicated by pictograms or by an entry in the asbestos register. it's not allowed to work in these installations. When in doubt, whether asbestos is present or not, contact your supervisor. You surely share our environmental concerns, so always treat waste appropriately. It's best to avoid waste at the source, but if that is not possible, it should be sorted appropriately. When in doubt about certain types of waste, contact the Environmental Department. Fire doors must remain closed at all times. If there's a need to block such a door in an open position, notify operations. Remove all flammable waste from your work area daily. Deposit the waste in the suitable waste bin. There is a general smoking ban on the site. The only exception is in the designated smoking areas. This concludes the overview of the most important rules to work safely at the dual nuclear plant. You will need this information to pass your test. Thank you for your cooperation.